In my last 7 days to die build video, I showed you how to become a ghost. In this one, I'm going to show you how to become an immortal god. Let's get to it. We're going to start off talking about levels and skills. So you can ideally set this build up and have it active much earlier than level 46, but level 46 is the bare minimum to get everything and have this build fully optimized. Your core skills for this build are going to be in fortitude. So you'll want to max it out first. By level 31, you should have pretty much everything you need aside from the items in order to take little to no damage. So we are going to max out Brawler, max out Pain Tolerance, max out Healing Factor first. Once you've done that, move on to Lightning Hands and then put 2 points in Cardio. From there, you're going to move over to Strength. You're going to put 5 points into Strength, 3 points into Heavy Armor because we are going to be wearing a decent amount of Heavy Armor. Last but not least, you're going to move over to Agility. You're going to need 8 points into Agility and then you want 4 into Parkour. And that completes the build as far as skills go. Let's talk about our gear now. For the head slot, we're running the nerdy goggles. This is so we can maximize our experience. I'm going to talk about what mods I have on here, but obviously they're subjective. Put whatever you want. For our headpiece, I have the custom fittings. These help with our mobility and our stamina usage on heavy armor. We have the quad pockets so we can carry more stuff and the treasure hunters mod. This mod, when combined with the nerd goggles, gives us a 30% increase to our experience gain. It also increases our loot stage by 5 and reduces the treasure radius by 1. For our chest piece, we are going to go with the preacher outfit. Now I'll explain why in a minute. I realize this is light armor. Because it is light armor, we want the banded armor plating mod to give us +2 additional to our armor rating. We also have the quad pockets mod in this one as well. For the gloves, once again, custom fittings and quad pockets. Last but not least, for the boots, we have the custom fittings mod, quad pockets, impact brace mod, and the stealth mod. The stealth mod isn't in there because of stealth. It's in there because it reduces the stamina penalties of the medium and heavy boots. You're going to need 2 perk books to get everything in this build to work flawlessly and make the build feel the best that it can be. One of them is 100% mandatory because you cannot be immortal without it, and that is the Bar Brawling Volume 5. And that states that when in combat, health recovers 1 hit point with every punch. The other one you want is the Great Heist Volume 5, which states use adrenaline to your full advantage. You can fall up to 15 meters without taking damage while carrying 5,000 or more dukes. And then you're going to need at least 5,000 dukes to ensure that this is always active. This book, combined with maxed out parkour and our boots that we're wearing, that give us a safe fall distance of +6, combined with the impact bracing mod, will give us a safe fall distance of 34 meters, allowing us to fall pretty much any height in the game, any normal height without doing anything insanely crazy, so jumping off of pretty much any building without dying. Most of them, you won't take any damage at all. Some you'll take a little bit of damage, but you'll still survive. You always want to carry some fort bites on you along with some health bars. These are for your oh crap moments. In most cases, you're not really going to need them. These are for when you basically want to go into beast mode. Last but not least, as this is a brawler build, you want your tier 6 knuckles, preferably tier 6 steel knuckles. And the mods that you want to put on those are the fortifying grip, which states that when health is below 50%, you gain 1 HP every 5 seconds. You already gain 1 hit point every 5 seconds. This will make it 2. And then you want the serrated blade mod, which gives you a 10% chance to cause bleeding wounds on a regular attack. Let's talk about what happens now once you have all of this stuff in place and how OP you actually are. We're going to start with what it's like with no buffs, and I've spawned in your standard party girl. You can see that when she hits me, she deals only a single point of damage. This single point will recover within 5 seconds, or I can just hit her and recover it instantly. You can indeed attack 2 times in the time that it takes a zombie to hit you once, meaning that as long as you are swinging, it's pretty much impossible for a zombie to do any real amount of damage to you. Now, what about an irradiated party girl? You can see that she also only hits me for a single point. Do note that all of these are currently being tested on normal settings. I'll show you what it's like on insane here in a second. All normal zombies are only going to hit you for a single point, doesn't matter what they are. But let's see what happens when an irradiated biker hits us. You can see that we took 3 points of damage. This is not a problem because we can attack him twice before he hits us a second time. Now, if we eat our fort bites and our health bar and let an irradiated biker hit us, you can see he only hits us for a single point. When you have eaten the fort bites and a health bar, all zombies in the game can only do a single point of damage to you per hit. Okay, Firespark, but I play on the hardest difficulty possible. I only play on insane. Okay, so let's spawn in an insane white and let him hit us with our fort bites and our health bar active. You can see on insane settings, he's only able to hit us for 2 points of damage per attack, provided we have our 2 buffs active. On insane settings, normal zombies will also hit you for 2 points of damage if you do not have any of your buffs active, which, as we've already discussed, 101 is not an issue because for every attack they do, you can land 2, so you can just make those hit points back. So now let's talk about why you do not wear the full set of heavy armor and why you wear the Preacher chest piece. We're off insane and we're back to default settings, and I am currently wearing the Preacher chest piece. And as you can see, an irradiated biker hits us for 3 points of damage each attack without any buffs active. Now we're going to swap over to the Raider outfit. This is heavy armor, so now we are wearing a full set of heavy armor. If we reactivate the AI and let him hit us, you can see he has hit us for 5 points of damage. So by wearing the Preacher armor, we negate an additional 2 points of damage because of that 15% damage resistance that we get on that armor, which is why we opt for wearing the Preacher chest piece instead of a full set of heavy armor. But you do want to make sure that you put the armor upgrade into that chest piece so you can ensure that you have as much armor as possible on top of that 15% damage reduction. Now let's talk about how OP this total setup really is. Once you have the build complete and you have all the proper books and you're carrying around your 5,000 dukes, you don't take fall damage. Well, you do, but most cases there isn't anything high enough unless you're jumping off some of the really high skyscrapers, in which you will take a small amount of damage. 34 meters is extremely far. So fall damage, no longer an issue for you. Here's a large group of zombies. We got a mix of some irradiated, some ferals, and all kinds of goodness, and I'm face tanking all of them. Now do keep in mind that you can face tank. That doesn't mean you have to. In most cases, you're gonna backpedal and not let the zombies hit you. But if you do need to face tank, you can totally face tank. I do want to point out though that this build does not make you immune or give you any resistances to things like bleed, abrasions, all of that other good stuff, broken arms, sprains, what have you. You don't get broken legs or sprained legs, but you can still mess up your arms. You only have full immunity to 2 things, and that is breaking or spraining your legs when you fall and being stunned. Everything else is complete and total fair game. But the funny thing is you can just tank through all of it. It doesn't stop you. And as you can see from the clip, I am bleeding, I'm abrased, I am exhausted, and I'm only at 110 out of 156 HP after face tanking that entire horde. The fun thing is all of your little sprains, abrasions, and everything else heal twice as fast. This can be sped up even more if they are properly treated. Now, just to show you how absolutely insane this build is, let's take a demo to the face. As you can see, we survived that with no issue. 135 HP out of 156, not a problem. What about 2 demos to the face? 112 HP out of 156, we're still rocking. If that doesn't show you how absolutely insane and unstoppable this build is, I don't know what else to tell you. But that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Hopefully you all found this video helpful and informational. If you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. And if you're looking for some more of my 7 Days to Die content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.